Okay, so this is June the 25th. Welcome to everybody, Connie and Maria and Linda. And Linda, you just told us about your new person, and you said that you called in to Shackley because she didn't have an email. I was wondering, would you tell us what they said at Shackley?
About
Not
about
having
the
an
email
email?
or about
Uh-huh.
the other announcement. Oh, they said, are you signed up for conference yet? That right now tickets are on sale for for $169.
That is
One
great.
hundred $169. I had no idea, and so anyway, I and I I asked how long that they would be on, at the reduced price, and she said she didn't have that information. So
Wow. Maybe till they sell the tickets, huh? They didn't have very many
maybe
left, so they're
so.
they're
So
probably
this
just
was
trying to finish
an
up.
email. This was from Shackley that you got this email. Is that what
Yes,
you're?
well, no, when we called Shackley to ask about what to do when someone had no email,
Oh,
how to put, because you have to fill in the email,
uh-huh.
and they said, they told us about that, and then
Oh,
she said, and are you registered for the conference? The tickets are right now are just 169, and I went,
oh.
whoa,
Wow.
and so
That's great,
anyway,
Linda.
it
So
is,
what
yeah.
did she say about when the person does not have an email?
Okay. I think you put their name, first and last name, at noemail.com. I think is what it
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm in my car right now, but I
yeah,
think that was it.
that's what I've been
So
doing. I wondered if they had anything else.
Well, I've just been putting my own email in there when they do that. If they don't
Yeah,
have one.
I've done that sometimes too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
But
Phyllis, they told me to put the first and last name at example.com, and that's
I've
usually what I do.
okay, I've seen that on people's emails too. So yeah, that makes sense. Well, you got to do something like Linda says. You can't go past that if you don't put something in there. So
Right.
well,
uh
this was my first time to come up against that. So I learn something every time I go to, and so that was good for me to learn that. And if when you said put in your own email, at least then you would be able to forward those, or not forward them, but if it was important, you could call up and say, just thought I'd let you have this, this is the latest, Shackley has put out there or something. I thought that would be a great idea to put in your own,
yeah, give you another way to have a
actually.
contact with the
Right.
person. Yeah. Yeah.
And because I just wonder if members sometimes don't get something different, or maybe than
It could be.
emails
Yeah.
we get.
Yeah, it
So
could be.
Hmm.
Okay.
offers or whatever.
Well, it looks like Roseanne has joined us. We're in Lawrence, so welcome to you folks. I wanted to ask you, Linda, if you would tell us a little bit about your conference call that you're going to have. Tell us what you've got planned for that three-way call. I'm excited.
Well, I actually I think I'm not going to do the three-way call.
Oh,
We had
okay.
planned to meet. Okay, I have a Shackley lead who is Hispanic, speaks very little English, and but I've been wanting someone like this because when I was teaching school, I had the ladies who would clean the floors were always Hispanic, and they worked so hard. And some of them were the ones who had been able to come from Mexico legally, and they were like the chosen one. They came, they worked here, and even though it's minimum wage here, they made much better income than their families at home. So they were over here, and they would send all their money back to their families. And it just broke my heart that I wasn't in a position to really help them, to help offer them the Shackley opportunity. And so when Shackley gave me this lead, I have several friends who either teach Spanish or I know are bilingual, and so I just sent out text to all of them. Would anyone be able to help me translate? For a lady that I have a Shackley business. This lady's interested, and I need to be able to communicate with her. And I had 2 people respond, and that they would help me. And so, um, this one, my interpreter called up my lead and, spoke to her and said, introduced who I was, and that we had talked together a long time, and so she said that what the lead said, that a long time ago, she had been a Shackley distributor, and but then it just became, I don't know, maybe she didn't have support or whatever, or felt that. So anyway, she went to tried other network marketing companies over the years, but she wanted to come back to Shackley because the quality of the products, and she just felt that especially after being with other companies, that she just wasn't even doing the right thing by not promoting Shackley. And so she was interested in Shackley as a business. And so then I got to think, after this was, so we set up a meeting at tomorrow at 11 at Denny's. But then on Friday, I got to thinking, if she said she had had a business before, is it possible that her membership is active, and it's, she has an upline and all this. So I called field support, and I didn't have enough information. I didn't have an address. All I had was a phone number, which was not the same. And so they said they really couldn't verify that the person I'm visiting with was active or not. And I would need to maybe do a 3-way call and let them, a bilingual person, visit. But the lady didn't get home in time from shopping. Her husband was at home and she was not. So I'm just going to go ahead and have my meeting tomorrow. I'm set up with my interpreter. I would like to go ahead, and because she's going to need to hear about the Shackley opportunity, no matter who's her upline. And so I want to go ahead and do that. And my interpreter wants to hear it as well, because I had in the past approached her about Shackley, and it wasn't a good time for her, but she's interested. So that's, 2 people I can visit with at the same time. And then when I call Shackley, we're going to call Shackley, and I'm going to let her visit to see if her membership is still active. If it is, then she can get all information then to help her get set up with her upline. And if not, maybe she will get to be in my group. So I'll just see how that all washes out tomorrow. But I still feel that I really need to go and I keep the appointment. And
Linda, this is Marie. I have a customer like that now, that when she called me, she told me she used to be a distributor, and I contacted Shackley. They did find her, but they said it had been so long for me just to sign her up all over again under me, which really surprised me that they said that. But that's what they told me to do, because it had been so long since she had been a distributor.
Well, the date they had, because they had several on file, and it would be probably 2005 if this is the person that in the past had ordered. But I'm just going to go ahead, and it could be that she never even was a distributor, that she, that would show up if we put in her social security number. And if it doesn't flag that, then that she would have never been a distributor. So anyway, I guess we'll just wait and see what happens tomorrow. But I would love for her to, and I'm so excited that I had 2 people who, at least now I know I have resources for interpreters. So
that's great. Good to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Linda. I guess I'll listen to the recording to find out what you said.
You're back, Phyllis.
Where'd you go, Phyllis?
Have you been, Phyllis?
Yeah,
Were you not there?
No, my Zoom shut down, and then I couldn't get back in. My computer said I didn't have internet, but I'm wired, so I don't know how I could not have internet. So anyway, I apologize. I'm sure it was a good story, Linda.
You missed a fabulous meeting, Phyllis.
Yeah, you did.
Oh dear. Okay, well, guys, I got 2 or 3 things to tell you about. Thank you, Linda, for taking care of business for us in the meantime. The first is exciting. James is going to present the Shackley Opportunity presentation tonight, again at 7. And he said that this time he will send us the PowerPoint and the script he uses also. So at 7 o'clock, you know how they do that. I think you look in the Shackley Effect to find the link. But James will be on again. We're really excited to hear about that. And then I wanted to remind you, if you haven't noticed it on the website, that the July Shackley call is not going to be on Wednesday next month. It's going to be on Monday because Wednesday's the 4th of July, I believe. So I'm thinking that would be the 2nd. July the 2nd is when the call will be in July. So I'll remind you again next Monday also, but just wanted everybody to know about that. Would anybody like to talk about any results with the Join Free? Has anybody else had anybody since we talked last time?
I haven't
had
had
one join, signed up. No, I've actually signed up 2.
Oh, great, Shirley.
So
that's great.
From one of those, she contacted someone she knew, but they didn't want to sign up. They just placed another order under her.
Oh, good. Well, getting an order is good. PV counts.
Absolutely.
Very good. Okay. Well, James, our upline, is having a little competition with those of us that are on his call. And so far, Becky and I think are tied. We both have 4. But now Becky's out of town, so maybe I have a chance. What do you think? Oh, mercy.
Well, I don't know about numbers, but I did have one person that joined, but I'd already told you about that one. And but after, well, last week I did mention I finally got up enough nerve to talk to somebody at the fitness club where I go, because they use this product to, they have all these little cloths everywhere, and you're supposed to wipe down the equipment after you use it. Oh, and of course, what they use is horrible. It's some kind of chemical, whatever. And they were mopping the floor with it the last time I was there, and the smell was so strong. So I said, that's just it. I'm going to talk to them and see if they're interested. So anyway, long story short, I did talk to them, and they were open to listening about it. And so I took their information back to the girl this morning that's in charge of. I haven't talked to the owner yet, but I think she is my link to talking to the owner, because it's a large club. And of course I'm new, but she seems very receptive and very impressed with what I've sent her so far. So we'll see. But
oh, that's great.
I'd like to get them on board for a lot of reasons.
Yeah. Well, I know what you mean about those smells. My goodness, they just about knock you over. You just wonder what it's doing to the body of the people that are applying it and having to smell it, for many hours.
I think it even affects you. I felt like it affected me when I was on the bicycle doing my warm-up, because it was so strong in there. I just, I couldn't, it was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of, I think it could affect your brain or your nervous system, so you're not even functioning as well as you would like to. So it's pretty scary.
Seymour has documentation on that, where he has children's handwriting where they've been in a room with Clorox and without, and it's a huge difference.
It's a big difference. Yeah, I've seen a copy of that, and it's like you can't even believe it.
Yeah. I'm sure it's doing that to us as well, even.
Yeah, we're a little bit bigger bodies. It might not be quite strong, but it's still going to be an effect on us. You bet.
Connie, can you tell us what you sent? What did you bring? Did you bring that about the classroom?
The thing that I approached them with was about, if there were something that would do just as well, if not better, than what they're using, but was environmentally friendly and would save them money. Is that something that I could give them more information about? So that was my opener. And when I talked to her today, she said, and of course, I'd love for them to know about all the fitness stuff, but that's down the road. I'm sure they hear that stuff all the time, and I'm not, that wasn't what I was going to do initially. But she did mention today that there's at least one lady who cannot use what they use to clean the equipment with because she's very sensitive to it. And so she mentioned to me, well, maybe this woman would be able to use this product here. And I said, well, absolutely. So
Well,
we'll see
good.
what happens. And I just took her, the basic G is not in the catalog. And so the bottle, it's just the wipes, So I copied that from the website and took a picture of it with the label. And I told her, I said, this 1 quart will make 64 gallons of cleaner. And her eyes got real big and she said, wow. So I wanted them to know about the economy of it first, so.
Well, a year ago, we sold a quart to the church for the lady that cleans the nursery, after each session. And we're still using it. So it lasts a long time. It's very economical without the toxins. So
Oh, great.
super duper. Yeah. So Melanie, glad you could join us. Did you have anything you wanted to share today?
Well, I shared with Connie, that Spanish lady. I think you knew about her, Phyllis, and we got together Saturday evening. She came by after work, and she's going to get her success pack and upgrade to distributor on Friday. She works at a furniture store, and she has over 200 Spanish customers there that she says treat her like a mom. They tell her their troubles and everything. And
wow,
the Spanish people kind of stick together, I find.
Yeah.
And so she's real excited. So we'll see. She said her kids are grown now, so now's a good time. So
Melanie, that's exciting.
I'm supposed to go by on Friday, and I did the little the Charlene Fife thing with her.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't do it exactly like she did. I put some little notes on it because I told her this is training for you, since she was already a member and already knew some things about Shackley. And I let her take it home, but I told her I'm sending you the actual video so you can go over it and do it in your own words like I did it in my own words. And so we'll see, how it all goes. She doesn't have a lot of time. She works a lot of hours. She's a manager for that furniture store.
Oh, yeah.
But she said she can talk to all those people. She has her own office at work, and they don't bother her as long as she's taking care of the work at the furniture store. So we'll see
Very good.
how it goes.
It sounds like that could be a great contact there.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And she said she had lots of people to talk to. So she said, I can even go to their house. I said, yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah, that would be great.
So we'll see.
I was wondering, when our upline James did the presentation before, the reason that you never saw it posted was that Shackley Legal always listens to what we say before it's posted original. And there were a few things that they would like him to modify. And so he has done that, and you will hear tonight the presentation that they've worked on together. Good. But I thought, I was wondering, I know we don't usually do this, but next Monday, I wonder if you would like to listen to the Shackley call we did today on Facebook, where he explained the changes that were made and the reasoning for them.
Okay.
It's pretty.
What do you want me to do? Listen.
Well, next Monday I'll share the screen and we'll listen. We could listen to that instead of me talking.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to hear that. It's really amazing how Shackley's integrity is so strong that they want us to be sure that what we say is the right thing and doesn't ever have a chance of misrepresentation. And I'm just so proud of Shackley for their belief in that, and they encourage the masters to talk to their downline and help us to be sure we're all in compliance. And so if you're interested, I'd be glad to play that next Monday.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay. Right. Okay, I'll double check with James and be sure he doesn't mind that we do that, but I don't know why he would, because it's good. What it is, it's education for us so that we can watch our words and be careful what we say. And I know everybody wants to do that, and we don't want to ever be accused of saying anything that's not what we want to. But and I know y'all are already careful not to, what do you call it, diagnose or prescribe and all that kind of
Right.
stuff. All that's
Right.
good. I appreciate y'all being careful like that.
Well, didn't
So,
Charlene's Fife, wasn't hers on the Shackley website? Was it not? Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes,
Okay.
I
So
think,
hers
yeah, I
is
think you could still
apparently
watch
okay,
hers.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you or any of your prospects or whatever want to listen in to James tonight, it's at 7. And
Okay.
I really enjoyed the first one he did. So I think it'll be really great. I'm going to listen again. Can never hear that too many times, and it helps us to get it comfortable in our brain. So
Right. Right.
that's good. Okay. Let's see. For those of you that were not here at the very beginning, Linda called in with one of her prospective customers, and the service rep at Shackley asked her if she knew that the conference price is $169 right now, $169. So I think they have just a few tickets left. So if you've got somebody who's kind of thinking about going or kind of on the fence about that, that's an excellent price, and you might want to tell them and encourage them to go.
Oh, good, good. I did speak to that lady too about that, so I can tell her that
Yeah,
the price is 169 now, and
yeah. I think
you and
that's
I could share a
good.
room or something.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Melanie, that reminds me, I was going to ask you, would you tell us how Charles is doing?
Oh, he's doing real well. That finally he got that neck not hurting anymore. Now he still has a few issues, but it's only been 3 weeks.
Yeah.
The surgery this Sunday, I think, was 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, and this it'll bother him. His stomach kind of bothers him. I guess everything's not exactly right yet. It'll probably take about 6 weeks for that. But other than
Wow.
that, he's doing much better. However, he's still hoarse, but I've been told by several people that it takes quite a while to get your throat back. So we just
Oh,
hoping that there's
yeah.
no serious damage.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad because I knew y'all were a little bit concerned since he didn't seem to be clearing up like you wanted him to.
No, it's not. I mean, it's been 3 weeks, and so we're waiting.
Yeah, that's good. If you are friends with Connie on Facebook, you might check out her pictures of Steve's. Is it a tarpon? Is that how you pronounce it, Connie?
It's a tarpon, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
He,
saw the one with all the grandkids that y'all took on a trip, but I didn't see the fish. I'll have to
yeah,
go back and look.
he caught a great big one.
He did, and it's very, very unusual to catch one of those in the bay. And he was fishing back in a cove, and that was just the most unlikely thing to happen. And I mean, all of his fishing buddies have called him wanting the story because normally, even if you catch one or hook one, you usually don't land them. And this fish was 43 inches, and he was using 8-pound line, and it took him 30 minutes to get him in, but he did land it and got pictures, and of course he released him, but it was really unusual. So he's real proud of it.
Wow, I guess so. Well, I'll have to show
Wow.
Charles.
Yeah, show Charles. He'll get a kick out.
I'm real proud of him for releasing it. That's really amazing. That's pretty good, Connie.
Yeah, he didn't want to hurt it. They're beautiful fish.
Oh, yeah, it was gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I only look at Facebook about once every 3 months, and I just happened to see that. I was so excited for y'all.
Sound like me.
Yeah. Okay,
He's
guys.
getting a lot of reaction to it for sure.
A lot of attention, huh? Oh my. Well, tomorrow I get to have fun. I'm going to Fort Worth, and Mary and I are going to see the newborns in our family. My one brother's daughter had twins. First time in our family we've ever had twins. And another brother's daughter had a little girl named Lennox. So we're going to get to go see those brand new little ones. And so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Well, tell Mary hi for me.
I'll do that, Connie. I'm going to take her a bunch of our tomatoes. When they get ripe, they all get ripe.
Right.
So I wish y'all were closer. I'd sure share with you some.
Well, we'd have to share with you too, because we have a ton. We've been giving to every friend we know, and
Everybody yeah, I hear you.
We'd sure take them if we were close.
Oh yeah, they're so delicious. Yeah, so we're very happy about that. So, okay, well, that's just a little side note there. Y'all have a good week, and we'll talk to you Monday. And I'll double check with James if it's okay with him. Then we might listen to what he had to say if y'all are good with that.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thanks, Phil.
Have a good week. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Phyllis.
Thank you.